Hello. Let me get situated here. My name is BJ Paris. Welcome to Tapping Into His Treasures. How is everybody? I'm doing great, and I hope you are too. I'm going to start off with a testimony today. Not a 4th of July fireworks testimony, but still just wonderful that God's our helper all the time, whether we realize that we need help or not. So my testimony is this. A few days ago, I was feeling very tired and I lay down for a nap in the afternoon, which I usually don't sleep in the afternoon. I've had cat naps for 10 minutes or 20 minutes, but never really slept in the afternoon. So anyway, I didn't realize how much work I had been doing, and it all caught up with me. And I think I shoved in about a month's worth of work in about 6 days. That included heavy stuff like putting away the tree and decorations and all that stuff. So anyway, this one day, a few days ago, I went to lie down, and I fell into a deep, deep sleep, believe it or not. I slept for an hour and 45 minutes, and when I woke up, I was like a zombie. In fact, I woke up in the middle of it and went back to sleep and went back into that deep, deep sleep. And then when I woke up the second time, I felt refreshed. Now, had I planned for that to happen, it wouldn't have happened. And God knew more than I knew about my own body. He knew that I needed a deep sleep to refresh me from the inside out. And boy, once I woke up that second time, I was ready to tackle another month's worth of work. And I just say that because He's so good. We're His kids, and He looks deeper into our soul than we do ourselves, and He knows more about us than we know about ourselves. So that's the kind of a God He is, and I hope He's doing surprises for you in your lives as well. Put my cheaters on. And I didn't come across this. I noticed this on my own. This is just a little sentence, a little saying, if you will. I lost my wireless on the computer for a little while, maybe an hour, not too long ago. And I wrote this down, and I just came across it. I noticed that when that wireless is off, it pops up that you can either fix it on your Roto thing over there by the TV, the Netgear thing, or you can press something and have them turn it back on automatically in an hour. So, which is what I was doing until I kind of got used to what was going on. And I realized when this happened that if that wireless isn't plugged in, then the internet won't work. So what do you get out of that, folks? What it said to me is being a Christian and applying different scenarios to the Lord Jesus Christ. If we aren't plugged into Jesus, then He won't work in our lives any more than that internet will work if the wireless isn't plugged in, or if the wires weren't plugged in. If you don't have wireless and you plug in the cord, it's not going to work if it's not plugged in. So just kind of keep that in mind. So our theme for today is storms in our lives. Storms come into our lives for a reason. It doesn't seem like it when we're going through them, but in retrospect, we often see clearly the eternal purposes in our storms, big ones or little ones. And God has a purpose for our storms. He had a purpose when Jesus walked on the earth. In Mark chapter 4, Jesus was on a boat with the disciples on the Sea of Galilee. You remember this story. And a storm came up. Picture this, the Sea of Galilee. Surrounded by mountains on 3 sides and measuring only 4 miles across. The Sea of Galilee was a prime target for the most ferocious onslaughts of nature. So the purpose of Mark's record of the storm emphasized God's power over nature. So the lesson for us is more about the storms we face in our personal lives and God's ability to see us through them. So on that day, when evening had come, He said to His disciples, "Let us go across to the other side." And leaving the crowd behind, they took Him with them in the boat, just as He was. Other boats were with Him, A great windstorm arose, and the waves beat into the boat so that the boat was already being swamped. That ought to be a terrifying situation. But he was in the stern, asleep on the cushion. Hold on.